Hello everyone, we are here after the aftermath of NXT Vengeance Day 2025. It was a fun, interesting show, a lot of great matches, a lot of interesting plot points, a lot of the things that's interesting to see what the future is going to hold for certain stories. Before we get into them, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and remember to hit that notification bell to reach 1,000 subscribers and know if you like wrestling content, you're going to like what we have on the channel. And coming up, let's get into the review for Vengeance Day. We get into the first match of the night, which was Stephanie Vaquer versus Fallon Henley. And overall was a great match. You have two great workers of Fallon Henley, Stephanie Vaquer. Even though I wish Fallon could have had a longer title reign, I'm so happy that she became champion because she deserved a championship reign for so long, and she finally got to have one. Stephanie Vaquer, of course, she's a talented worker. Stephanie is just amazing. She has everything that you would want of a wrestler, and I feel like it was just a great back and forth, and they really at least gave them a bit of time. And yeah, even though there was interference, at least they got to go singles between each other for a bit to really showcase each other and show that Fallon can hang with someone like Stephanie and Stephanie can do vice versa. So great showing for both women in this match. But overall, at the end of it, Stephanie Vaquer ends up becoming your new Women's North American champion, and I'm so happy for her. Stephanie Vaquer is so amazing, she deserves it, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for her as Women's North American champion. But lineage for this Women's North American championship is crazy. Kalani Jordan, Fallon Henley, Stephanie, stuff like this is just getting interesting, especially with the stacked women's division. Stephanie Vaquer is gonna have one heck of a title reign. It's going to be great. But overall, happy for Stephanie Vaquer becoming your new Women's North American champion. Then we get into men's NXT tag team match of Nathan Frazier, Axiom Fraxium versus Josh Briggs and Itamura. And this match was so fun. Of course, every single Fraxium match, no matter who it is, they just bring on stellar matches. Every single match is freaking amazing. Josh Briggs did in the showcase again why he's so good, because I thought he was going to be in singles action, but they put him in a tag team. He got to showcase again why you shouldn't sleep on Josh Briggs. Itamura really got to have this breakout performance. For him coming from no one, really got to showcase in this match why he's just so great. Fans cheering him getting himself over. It's just so great. And it's building this team up, the fans to connect with them, even like him more, because there wasn't much build into this match. But this match was able to help showcase, well, of course, how great Nathan Frazier and Axiom are. Also showcase how great Josh Briggs and Itamura is. So I feel like it just worked out very well, but I just didn't think Fraxium was losing their titles here just because they are teasing a Hardy's match and they're like the forefront of the tag team division for this TNA NXT crossover. So there was no way that they were losing the belts. Still a very great match because every single Fraxium match was great. But then after the match is over, you end up having this group attack both tag teams of Fraxium and Itamura and Josh Briggs, taking them all out and first making their first appearance of the night. And it looks like too, going for the tag team titles and the main event title, where we'll get to it later on in the video. So it's kind of to see how they're going to build up this new faction of these guys throughout the whole men's division. I'm very interested to see how this goes. But either way, congrats to Nathan Frazier and Axiom Fraxium retaining their tag team titles. Then we get into Eddie Thorpe versus Trick Williams in a strap match. And to me, this match was alright. It wasn't the best. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't alright. It's just nothing too crazy. Definitely a lot of hard-hitting moments with the strap of them hitting each other with it. But I feel like the overall shocking points, which I said if you go back to my prediction video, is that Eddie Thorpe needed this win, because if he would have lost, it would make him even look more like a clown, because I kind of feel like they kind of messed up his babyface run regardless. And then him turning here was something that was interesting, but then you made him lose in the triple threat match against Ova and Trick, and they made him lose against Ova. So I was just kind of like, you gotta give him some type of big win and get that momentum from some people to believe him as a heel, because to me honestly, Eddie Thorpe could work great in that men's mid-card division. He could be a great challenger or even champion for that North American champion. I really feel like he has the capabilities, because I feel like they launched him too early in the main event scene. But overall, the whole match, Eddie ends up hitting a low blow with the strap, and he actually surprisingly shocks a lot of people and gets the win, which I think was a great thing. Even though I chose Trick, and because I thought Trick was going to go off to face Oba at Roadblock or Stand and Deliver or somewhere near the future, it makes some more question, is that really going to be the case, or will he still get that match, or is he just going to go up to the main roster? I don't really know, because I definitely feel like Trick is kind of in this roadblock, and maybe he needs Carmelo Hayes again, or maybe he needs something different. I don't really know. But it's very interesting to see the outcome of this match. You know, where are they going with Eddie Thorpe? What are they trying to build with him? Because this is a big win for him. Probably his biggest win to date. So I'm very interested to see how they play off with this. And then Trick Williams, where does he go next after this? Is it main roster? Carmelo Hayes? Is him trying to get a rematch with Eddie Thorpe, or is it him following down this dark spiral? I don't know. But I'm interested and I'm intrigued to see what happens next. Congrats to Eddie Thorpe getting that big win over Trick Williams. Then we get into Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. This match was amazing. Plus the story that they were telling in the match was great. We had Javon Evans just lighting Ethan Page up, going crazy, hitting every single move possible, hitting a suicide dive and almost missing Ethan Page completely. But how fast and far he went with that suicide dive. Just hitting move after crazy move after spot after spot. Then we get into the real meat of the bone, the real story, the juice of it, where you get to a part where Javon Evans probably could have continued going on with more spots and moves to win, but he was so irritated, so mad and angry for what Ethan Page did to him by breaking his jaw. He wanted that revenge, and he tries on the steel step, tries hitting Ethan Page's jaw to break it, and ends up missing it. Ethan Page shoves his foot into the steel steps and hits it, and then starts working the leg, starts damaging the leg. And that's kind of tell the story is that Javon Evans, his own anger and his stupidness is getting to him because of it. And they play that throughout the match, but then Javon Evans get this great comeback, just showcasing how great Javon Evans is. At the same time, this whole match was also showing how great Ethan Page is, especially as a great heel. When you finally think that Javon Evans is finally going to get his momentum, here come bam, clocks Javon Evans right in the mouth. He gets his twisted grin, and then 1, 2, 3, Ethan Page is the winner. Oh, Javon Evans is sitting there bleeding with the more damaged jaw again. To me, I thought the storytelling in this match was great, because you had the whole thing of, you know, Javon Evans signing this thing, being a kid and not understanding that you letting your emotions control you, getting fueled by your emotions, and was signing that waiver saying WWE is not liable if anything happens in this match. And he didn't really think about it. He was like, oh, what I'm gonna do, I want to get back on Ethan Page. And you saw what happens now. But also too, it makes Ethan Page like an even bigger heel, and with this big win too, it really boosts him up forward. So it's interesting to see how they're going to play Javon Evans with this injury even worse, and Ethan Page getting this big win as a heel. I don't think this is the ending of the match. I don't know if this match will go to roadblock, or they're going to prolong this whole injury of Javon Evans, and Javon Evans will face Ethan Page, stand and deliver. I don't know, but overall this match was fun, and it was the right person of Ethan Page getting the win over Javon Evans. And we get into that is Austin Theory versus Grayson versus Obafemi for the men's North American Championship. And this match was a lot of fun because of course you have the greatness of Obafemi just destroying everybody, going crazy, hitting crazy chops everywhere. But also at the same time too, this was a great showing for someone like Grayson Waller to really showcase how great he is. And also too, especially someone like Austin Theory, who I really feel like needs this babyface running. I mean, he needs that reset because he hasn't really got to showcase how great he is. Because I'm telling you, Austin Theory can be a world champion. I truly believe Austin Theory has the capability of being a world champion if he gets booked and portrayed right in WWE. I'm telling you, he has that potential. But I feel like this was a great performance for him. He looked absolutely amazing in this match. But going back to the whole teasing of like, will they turn, will they not turn? There's so many different moments of them like, what are you doing? Why are you pinning him? How's that fair? No, I want to pin him. But I think overall throughout the match, when you're having this great back and forth between all of them trying to jump Obafemi putting Grayson Waller through a freaking table and doing all of these crazy spots, I feel like it was a great moment too that really built the tension between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Is when Austin Theory, when Grayson Waller is put through the table from Obafemi, Austin Theory comes in, hits Obafemi with a chair, throws him in the ring. Obafemi trying to counter him, hits a DDT on Obafemi, and then freaking hits his finisher, the A-Town down. And you legitimately believe for a second Austin Theory might actually become NXT champion. But no, Grayson Waller pulls the right. And that was probably one of the biggest things of showing that like Austin Theory could have been champion if it wasn't for Grayson Waller. And it's like, Austin Theory, you gotta ditch this dude, man. man. He really cost you the title. And I'm telling you, if they don't end up splitting these two, it's gonna be so stupid, because what more does Austin Theory has to be shown to really separate himself from Grayson Waller? I do not understand. Overall, this entire match was just great because it really showcased all three men so great. Oba got the shine and be that dominant, reckoning force like he always is. You're having a great start to his title reign with a match like this, because this match was great. You have Grayson Waller being amazing, being a great heel in the match and getting to showcase himself and put more of a spotlight on him. Austin Theory having another breakout performance and showcasing people that he's really like that and not just some clown on TV, really getting to showcase how great he is. So overall, this entire match for all three of them was so amazing. But after everything of the match though, we do get to the ending though. After Obafemi wins, you do have it where this new group does attack Obafemi. So I'm very interested to see how they're gonna play that, because Obafemi is really dominant. So I'm really interested to see how this group really is gonna tackle Obafemi, because it looks like they're not just attacking Obafemi, they're attacking the entire division. So it's interesting to see. Congrats to Obafemi retaining his NXT championship in a banger of a triple threat match. Then we get into the women's fatal 4-way match for the women's NXT championship, with their champion Julia defending against Bayley, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade. And to me, this fatal 4-way was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, but plus two, it was great that the women got to main event this. So you may or may not know this is Roxanne's last NXT match, or at least her last NXT PLE match. We don't really know, but I feel like each woman looked good in this match. Bayley, her getting to wrestle Roxanne, and Cora building to the Roxanne feud, but also to putting a spotlight on Roxanne and Cora to help bring them up when eventually someday they both go to the main roster. Plus to Cora and Roxanne getting to face their idol like Bayley. It was just all great for all four women involved, and I felt like this match was great because I feel like every woman got to have their own spotlight. Julia got to showcase herself in the match and showcase herself as champion because the feud didn't do the best for her. This was the great showing for her, even though yeah, some spots were a little bit messy in the whole entire match. I'm completely fine with that. Botches happen. No one's perfect. If people taking that seriously, they need to get a life. It was fine. I feel like she did a great job getting to showcase herself. Then you had Bayley looking good. She was looking great with the women in there. Then you had, Roxanne, of course, always looking great. She is so freaking talented, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for her as well. And then you have Cora Jade, and I feel like it's probably one of her best performances so far. A lot of people want to tax her and get at her, saying she's not be able to hang with these current new women. I'm telling you, she looked really good and was able to hang with the women in this match. She did a very great job. Ever since she's came back, she's been doing a great job. I don't understand the hate for her. She's been doing a great job, and she looked great in this match. And I feel like all four women looked great in this match. And I love the tension between Cora, Roxanne. You think they're teaming up again, and then you end up having them turning on each other, them having their tension, them fighting. And then Bayley, and like moments too with Bayley and Roxanne were teaming up, doing like a cool double suicide dive. Cora Jade almost thinking that she might win the NXT Women's Championship. And plus two, it was interesting to see that Roxanne took the pin. I guess this might be her final send off to the main roster. I could maybe see Roxanne and Cora having a one-on-one match, either at Roadblock or on an episode of NXT. So they put over Cora Jade to be that next person up in that women's division, because definitely can say that they definitely want her to be women's champion. I definitely think she was going to be before she got injured. So I think they have high future plans for someone like Cora Jade, and so far she's doing a great job, and I'm a big fan of Cora Jade, so I can't wait to see that. And then Julia, I feel like it was a great match to start off her title reign. Got to have it against three great women who were in WWE, and she was able to showcase herself between three great women and have a standout match that really was a great starting for her title reign. And too, it was great for Bayley. She's been the workhorse for this past week. Monday Night Raw, NXT match against Cora, NBA basketball match with other people, and then her having this match on Saturday, and then her having to go over to Monday Raw Night Raw. Like, she's been this workhorse and the standout performance, and but also too has been giving so much spotlight to a whole bunch of women. That's been just so great. And Bayley has truly been this workhorse, and she deserves her flowers for all that she's been working on. But overall, congrats to Julia retaining her NXT Women's Championship. After all the matches are done, you have Julia celebrating in the ring after retaining her title. Then you have Stephanie Vaquer comes up, and it's a great picture of both of them holding their championships again. Two women who deserve being champions so much. Two women who work super hard. But we saw Stephanie, we saw her looking at that title. We saw her eyeing Julia's title. And if you know their history, Stephanie is 1-0 against Julia. She's beaten Julia once. So it's very interesting. We're going to get a double title match at Stand and Deliver. Before we get into that, we end up having the NXT debut of Jordan Grace. She's finally officially in NXT. From all the reports, he's down in NXT, and she was here eyeing up both champions. So we don't really know who is she going to face, or will this be made into a triple threat between Stephanie, Julia, and Jordan, maybe at like Stand and Deliver. We don't really know, but it's very intriguing because this women's division is super stacked. It makes it very interesting to see where they're going to go on the road to Stand and Deliver. Intriguing. I'm very excited, very interested to see what's the future for this stacked women's division. But overall, the matches and all the outcomes that we had at Veterans Day, I just thought it was a fun and great show. I had a lot of fun watching this whole show. But NXT did a great job this year at NXT Vengeance Day, and it gets me more excited to see what is the aftermath of Vengeance Day. But let me know down in the comments, what is your thoughts and opinions on the whole show of Vengeance Day? What is your favorite match on Vengeance Day? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we're going to have to wait and see what is the aftermath of Vengeance Day. So wait and find out. But that is all for me, and I'll see you all in the next one.